because y'all know what it is.
CNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I flex with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late night.
You ain't did so, make sure that you tap in with everything they got going on over at Street TV, over with Alex Alonso. We finna slide right into this content, man. I appreciate everybody for showing love, man. I appreciate everybody for being here on this beautiful Saturday. News you can use, knowledge you ain't thinking about college. Let's go.
Update on the Young and Hefe case. But I'm only here to provide factual information as best as I can. I'm extremely disappointed in a lot of you guys that have been reporting on Young Ant, because most of you guys are not concerned with the facts at all, period, point blank. You just
I'm off the mushrooms and I'm off the tree, and I ain't gonna talk a lot during this video. I thought this nigga Alex, I'm such a parent, bro. I thought this nigga Alex Alonso had the backyardians on the background. I'm such a parent and I'm so into parent mode. I just seen the bright colors and I'm like, this nigga watching the backyardians.
Concerned about
it's Street TV platform, him and Munchie B.
Reporting any misinformation, any deceptive story. You are not concerned about the facts and the truth. You guys just want content. Content is going to mean something that is unreliable in the future. Content is going to be defined as tabloid journalism. Stuff that you cannot rely on. And you're talking about people's lives here. Here's another thing. Some of you content creators know that you're reacting to a piece of content that is frivolous, that is inaccurate, that has not been vetted, that is unverified, but you're still going to run it anyways. You're just as responsible. You guys have an obligation, especially you guys that have a platform that has a significant following. You know, you got 20,000 or more subscribers, 30,000, 40,000. You have a responsibility to make sure what you're putting out there is factual.
I agree with Alex Alonso. That's my personal belief. But unfortunately, and I actually learned this from Alex Alonso, you can't expect yourself out of other people. Do I disagree with anything Alex Alonso is saying? No, I do not. But unfortunately, we cannot expect ourselves and our moral code and our moral compass out of these niggas.
It's not just, oh, we're going to run content. And that's unfortunate. That's what this has come to. But, you know, before Whack 100 started making a name for himself on Clubhouse back in 2020 during COVID, these misinformation campaigns, this amount of slanderous content was extremely rare.
Hey, that's real. Before Wack came into the space, we didn't have all this TMZ style, not even TMZ, because TMZ is real, all this kangaroo court media circus.
It wasn't part of our genre. In this street gang historical storytelling, it was not a part of that. He introduced that into this genre. He has single-handedly influenced a movement
of lies
that is based on deceit, misinformation, and libel. And a lot of you platforms support it. You know why? AdSense. You want that AdSense money, and the facts and the truth and the accuracy of this information does not matter to you. But I got this 3-page affidavit written by the LAPD that breaks down why they requested arrest warrants on 3 people, one of them being Young Ant Hefe. And I'm gonna go through this 3-page affidavit by LAPD Detective Rudy Avilar. But before I get into that, you guys have done a horrible job on Young Ant. And it's not just Young Ant, it's a whole bunch of y'all. And y'all might even say Young Ant is guilty of this too. Maybe he is. I do recall one time Young Ant got on his channel and retracted a story that he did. And that's fine because we all gonna make mistakes. Retraction just means, hey, the last thing that I did, the last story that I reported on, I made this mistake, I made that mistake. That's a retraction. And we don't really see too much of retracting going on. So, you could put...
You know what? In our space, we don't see retractions at all. Niggas just be out here saying all kind of flammery, skullduggery, and larceny, and then we'll sweep it under the rug like they just never said it.
Young Ant in this category too, but he's one of the few guys I've actually seen do a retraction. But we don't really see too much of retracting going on. The last thing that I did, the last story that I reported on, I made this mistake on his channel. Young Ant, it's a whole bunch of y'all. And y'all might even say Young Ant is guilty of this too. Maybe he is. I do recall one time Young Ant got on...
He's saying Young Ant does retractions. Yeah, he does.
His channel and retracted a story that he did. And that's fine because we all gonna make mistakes. Retraction just means, hey, the last thing that I did, the last story that I reported on, I made this mistake, I made that mistake. That's a retraction. And we don't really see too much of retracting going on. So, you could put Young Ant in this category too, but he's one of the few guys I've actually seen do a retraction. But Poetic Flaco, he is one of those guys that does not care about the quality of information that he provides. He just knows that it's salacious, like the National Enquirer or the Sun. He did Young Ant extremely wrong in this story. And everyone who ran with his narrative and reposted his story and pushed his narrative, you just as guilty. Why can't you watch it and say, oh no, this is horrible. I'm not even gonna go there with it. Nah. But each and one of you channels definitely avoid certain things, but you know that, ooh, this is gonna get some numbers. Ooh, I'm gonna run up a bag.
Hey, that's true because a lot of you niggas avoid certain pieces of content. A lot of you niggas avoid certain topics. A lot of you niggas never sit there and talk about Wack getting caught up with the alleged transmission. You feel me? A lot of y'all didn't talk about Wack sending that link to Adam 22 with child kitty corn. You feel me? It's a lot of things that y'all sweep under the rug. And then y'all highlight other things to get certain things out of the algorithm and out of the media space.
Nah, that's not what these platforms is supposed to be based on. There's no vetting the information. And basically, your channels are based on rumors, speculation, and the comments. You guys will literally read the comments. Comments could be trolls. Comments could be anybody, completely unvetted. And I had no idea that Poetic Flaco had any animosity towards me until I saw him back on Fig in January of this year, in January 2026. And this is what he had to say about me.
What did he say about you?
Dog, like, for example, Street TV. Why is a platform called Street TV needed?
Why not?
Why should kids have to sit and learn about gangbanging all day? Why should kids, right, have to...
I know what Street TV is about.
Sit and watch something where they're glorifying gangbanging.
Okay.
They're glorifying it.
So let's go to No Jumper. He's glorifying gangbanging.
No, they're not.
Did you hear that? Glorifying gangbanging. Glorifying gangbanging. Here's a great book on how MS-13 became what they became by Professor Ward. Is this glorifying? Here's a great book by Chris Blatchford on the history of an individual in the Mexican mafia. Is this glorifying? This is a brand new book about 18th Street called The Rent Collectors by Jesse Katz, former LA Times writer. Is this glorifying? And here's a historical book I have in my collection from 1927. This book is almost 100 years old, and it actually became the story of the movie that Leonardo DiCaprio starred in many years ago, The Gangs of New York, by Herbert Asbury. Great book. When all the gangbanging in New York City were immigrant Jews.
Yeah, it's crazy how they manipulate it and call it gang banging or gang whatever, blah, 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 when it's somebody outside of themselves doing it. But unfortunately, Flakko has been known to make his bones off gang content and unfortunately incorrect gang content at that.
Immigrant Italians and immigrant Jews. Very important book in understanding the phenomenon that we're currently dealing with today. StreetGangs.com has always been based on history. It has always been based on learning about the past. So I don't know where he sees that what we do on this platform is glorifying. But let's continue and hear what else Mr. Poetic Flaco had to say.
With Street TV, the entire platform is gangbanging is the best in the world. Gangbanging is great. Let's glorify gang members. Let's talk to them as if they're like worth talking to. So Street TV is glorifying it. And I'm saying a platform like that shouldn't even exist, because what is like redeeming about a gang member?
I don't know how many people come to Street TV and come to
I don't think that anybody goes to Street TV for their daily dose of gang knowledge.
StreetGangs.com and think that I'm putting out a narrative that gangbanging is the best thing in the world. That's ludicrous. And then he basically just disrespects anyone that used to gangbang or currently gangbangs, because he says, what is redeeming about a gang member? Now, I don't understand how any of you guys can communicate with this person. He spends a whole lot of time on platforms communicating with dudes that have gang identities, whether it's current or in the past, and he heavily relies on that. And at the same time, he's smacking you in the face. Look, I took down every single Poetic Flaco video that was on Street TV. I never had him on the platform. He was on the platform with Munchie B when Munchie B was doing Rich at Heart. He was on the platform with Spider Loke when he was doing Facts Over Feelings. He was also on the platform again with Cartoon, formerly Cartoon, Tony from Fire Trey with Munchie B. And I invited him into my space. I invited him into my studio and let him talk his ish, regardless of how I felt about him. But ever since I seen this thing right here, I can't never interact with this guy again. And I don't even understand how you guys do, because he don't like y'all. He don't even respect y'all.
See here, let me tell you about this, Mr. Alex Alonso. Let me tell you about this, Mr. Alex Alonso. You know I fuck with you, Alex. You know me and you, we got a rapport. You know I'm cool with you, Alex. You know I like what you got going on. But let me let you know something, Mr. Alex Alonso. These dudes talk to Pathetic Fatso because Pathetic Fatso ups their ticks and their clicks. These dudes don't care about integrity. They care about the ticks and the clicks, Mr. Alex Alonso. So this is from me to you. I need you to know that when it comes to doing business and anything with Pathetic Fatso, these ninjas over here, they going to continue to keep that in rotation. You feel me? I don't know if you know that, but they're going to continue to allow them on the platforms. They're going to continue to allow them to be around. They're going to continue to feed them little information and little sources and do their little dirty work for them and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to change, bro. It's not going to change. It's not going to change, because if you want that to change, the biggest way to stop Flakko is to make him have accountability. To make Flakko have accountability will force a lot of people in our media space and in our content space to disassociate with him and to hold him to a certain standard. And then when they do that, Flakko gonna turn on them, and then they're not gonna be able to get their little ticks and their clicks or whatever little favors that they've been done or have had done for them by Flakko are gonna get exposed and they're gonna get embarrassed. That's why the situation is what it is, Mr. Alex Alonso. So I'm gonna go back over here, but don't worry about it.
He's using y'all, but because he's getting clicks and views, you guys tolerate it. Shameful. So I put all of his videos on members only. You cannot see anything publicly of Poetic Flaco on Street TV ever. This guy's basically saying, so a guy that used to be in a gang is not worth talking to, but he talks to them all the time. A guy in a gang is not worth learning from, but he learns from them all the time. Let's just play this last clip on Flakko.
Right, like the dude Alex. Yo, Alex have been perpetrating as a non-affiliate and a civilian for years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No. Alex is like a deep-rooted, like real, authentic OG gang member, right? But people like Alex, they're able to disguise themselves as civilians in order to push the harmful rhetoric.
Perpetrating as a
Why? When did Alex ever start pushing harmful rhetoric? When did that even come about?
affiliate, a deep-rooted
What up, Loac?
OG gang member that pushes a harmful rhetoric. I'm an OG gang member. That's crazy. You know, I graduated from the University of Southern California in 1995. And I went on to graduate school and graduated again. I have never committed or devoted myself to becoming an OG gang member. This guy's frivolous. This guy's slanderous. And you know what? This guy has actually been sued multiple times before. Here's a case where a person named Catherine Brown sued Poetic Flaco. Minyango Tokpa. That's Poetic Flaco. She alleges that Poetic Flaco engaged in a degree of stalking, harassing, threatening, attacking, intimidating, and defaming her name through online activity.
Whoa. Don't let the Chud the Builder audience find out about this, because boy, this is getting tricky.
She claims that the defendants are individuals using online platforms like YouTube to engage in cyber and online harassment that began around October 1st of 2020. I'll put a link to this down in the description. I don't know what the outcome of this case is, but it doesn't surprise or shock me that somebody wanted to sue Flakko. In fact, Flakko is probably going to end up getting sued again. And in that video that you just heard.
Whoa. Now let's put the thing down, flip it in reverse, sit real quick. If Alex Alonso is stepping out and saying that, yeah, Flacco's probably going to get sued again, then it's safe to say that Flakko, you might want to be careful with this one, because Alex Alonso is not your run-of-the-mill YouTuber. Alex Alonso don't really bother nobody. He kind of mind his own business. But if you come shaking around his hornet's nest, he going to make sure that you get stunk. So I'm not sure where this is going to go with Alex Alonso and Flakko, but you know what? Adam coaches Flakko what to say and what to do and everything. I can tell when Flakko talks, those words come from Adam, but don't ever bring that. Yeah, that's real.
Of Flakko speaking foul on me. Guess where he's getting this motivation,
whack,
and information from to say these things about me? It don't take a rocket science to figure that one out. Yes, it's Whack 100. Whack 100. Poetic Flaco is Team Whack 100. It don't matter what the lies.
Boys, if she come home and y'all are in there watching TV or getting dressed and all that, and this house isn't clean, and she got one thing to say because y'all being careless or y'all not taking care of what y'all got to take care of, you're not going to your grandma's house, and it's going to be me and you for the whole day. Yes. So y'all have a habit of rushing through your chores? Yes. Y'all have a habit of not doing what you told when I tell you to do it? Okay, so if I'm telling you to do something, at what percentage does it need to be done? Okay, why? So Deja doesn't have to say anything, but what's the bigger picture? But what's the bigger picture than the house being clean? What's the bigger picture than listening to me? To have responsibility. It's just like when y'all go on a training and you don't want to train. Does it matter that you don't want to train, or does it matter that you have the integrity and you have the self-respect to do it at the highest capacity? Because that's how we do shit. So I'm going to ask y'all a real question. Is this house clean?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm not getting involved. Hear me and hear me well. If she whatever, I'm not getting involved. Can y'all tell that it annoys me when she's complaining?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not getting involved in that. You feel me?
Yes.
So are y'all sure? Y'all don't want to go check? Y'all don't want to go, maybe you should go check and then you go check another way and then you check his. How about you go check your own work? You go check your own work and then y'all check each other's work. I don't want to, listen, y'all, I know that y'all don't understand this. Give me 1 second, chat. I know that y'all don't understand this because y'all still young, y'all still little boys. When you get into the point where you living with a woman, you don't want to hear that shit, fool. I work hard. Y'all got this nice house. Super nice house. Nice and big, nice in space. Y'all run around this feathermucker doing whatever. I don't want to hear her complaining about it.
Yes.
Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Yes.
That's real grown man game. And that's living with women. So you do things amongst the house and within the house to keep her to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Help me. Thank you. Chat, say I'm wrong. Chat, say I'm wrong. I'm giving him some grown man game for their brain. Like, come on, man. Let me know if I'm wrong, chat.
And the deceit and deception that WAC 100 participates in.
You could cut this part out the video. Nigga, I don't never cut my parenting out the video. What's wrong with you, stupid? What's wrong with you, stupid? This nigga said you could cut that part out the video. What? Nigga, I don't never cut my parenting out the video. What's wrong with you, stupid? Man, boy, apologize or catch a lifetime ban. Apologize right now or catch a lifetime ban. Apologize right now. You got 60 seconds. Nigga, you think it's a game. Set a timer for 60 seconds. Watch this. This nigga said you could have cut that part out the video. Nigga, I don't never cut parenting out my video. What's wrong with you? You apologize right now. You will never be able to comment in this chat again. You tripping. You could tell niggas who won't take care. You could always tell this one nigga in the chat who won't take care of his kids.
I mean, he's got some drama right now going on with this Ray J fight. It does not matter. This guy is Team WAC 100. And we all know that WAC 100 is behind a significant amount of malicious, harmful internet antics. And unfortunately, many of you others are okay with it. Many of you guys got nothing to say about it. You will slander Young and Hefe. You will do all kind of you will engage in a misinformation campaign on Young and Hefe, but you won't speak on the foulness of WAC 100. Why not?
Oh, I didn't get my apology? Watch this.
I know why. And unfortunately, black folks got a problem with this. Black folks always do this. Well, he ain't said nothing about me. He ain't dissed me yet. He ain't talked no mess about me.
Man, Alex Alonso was hitting the nail right on the fucking head. Well, he ain't tell on me. Well, I don't know, but it ain't to me. Scary ass.
Well, that was actually an issue and a problem that Young and Hefe had to deal with, because I don't know for how long he sat next to Munchie B, and every time Munchie B told the truth about WAC 100, Young Ant was quiet. Young Ant was silent.
All right, man. So we're going to continue to stay rocked out. Chat, y'all stay and kick it, but y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the Lizhef. Y'all know the Rizz. Woo. Chat, y'all stay and kick it. News Network, I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now, we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro. With the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network, because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're going to make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.